And the question to you is the extent to which you feel that there is a growing sense of urgency here. Is there a general feeling that the old economic model is running out of road, and that this diversification ambition needs to happen faster, and that PPP is going to be an important part of that transformation process?
Again, I repeat my colleagues' thanks to inviting us here today in this panel. And just to set some context here in terms of the oil and gas industry in Kuwait, we are generating more of the 50% of the GDP. Kuwait Petroleum Corporation, along with its subsidiaries, have strategies clear enough for inside the sector to move on, as well as for the outside of the sector to understand. Our strategy is all calling for growth in terms of upstream, where we would like to increase our production, whether in terms of downstream, in the petchem area where we want to also increase production, whether now in the energy transition we're joining the world and we have our own narrative in terms of decarbonizing our businesses. We are still a country, and we're going to remain a country who is dependent on the oil and gas. So this is our own narrative to energy and transition. We also have the digitalization strategy, and my point here is with this growth strategy, our strategy in terms of local content is also clear. And this growth in our strategy calls also in connecting with the private business and to grow with us. And we've seen good examples in the oil sector, in the oil and gas sector in the past that are successful, be it the 2005 in that range of time where we have privatized some of the fuel stations. We are also in the future having more possibilities of these fuel stations to be privatized. Just recently also we have announced through the public authority of industry 10 opportunities for the private sector to act on. These activities are all connecting with our growth strategy. We depend on material, we depend on a lot of material that comes from outside. We would like to establish industries inside Kuwait to take on some of these big amounts of money that goes into the implementation of our growth strategy. My point are these opportunities are all now there. It was just announced through PAI and we're going through the evaluations. So in essence, yes, it seems like we are slow at the beginning, but now I think we have gained speed and it is being announced. And I think to make it even faster, and I agree with my colleagues here, point is that I believe the collaboration amongst the entities in Kuwait, be it the oil and gas sector, the banking, the different ministries in the government, I think the collaboration amongst these are important to make it faster, to go with the pace of the growth needed to meet our strategic directions implementation.
Thank you, Badr. And you're satisfied, are you, that the objectives are mutual, that there is increased coordination happening between the various players that will facilitate this acceleration of privatization?
I have personally seen enough communication, but I think those can be improved a lot. And seriously, we're all here to promote one another. And we can build more on this to build the private sector as well. We have good numbers in the oil and gas sector. We have local content that moved in the year 2015 from 30% to 43.5% in the year 2020 to 23. So these are in billions of dollars, and I think they speak for themselves in terms of making things like that happen again and again.
On the point of talent, is that do you see that as a challenge or an opportunity for your organisation? Are you sensing this new generation of Kuwaitis in particular coming through the system and challenging your organisation? Are they the new citizens of the world? Are they interested? Are they activists? What is this doing for your organisation?
I personally quite enjoy the new generation coming in. I mean, they always have a way of disrupting the old ways of the organizations, and that's the way we should see it. For sure, the new generation has different values that they've lived, and now they are part of the organization than in comparison to the old generation. But this is how then the organization needs to evolve. And I believe so much that the creativity and now with all of the digital and digitalization strategies and plans, I think with the new generation, it becomes easier to implement. So I take it as a plus.
But it's noticeable within the organisation, is it? That you're seeing now the fruits of that youth and that interest and that commitment playing out within the business.
It's a different dynamic, for sure. I mean, with creativity comes the essence of having flexibility. So if you don't have those flexibilities in the organization, then you face a problem. But then that's where you have to just acknowledge the added value from this generation. And I repeat, I see it as a plus because you can act on such talent that is for you in the old ways just hidden if you don't act on it.